For Alex? Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem for our guy. I'm sure it's a quick and easy one, you know? Ooh, Seb versus ByuN might be interesting. Let's get that YouTube stream arena open. Take a look at that one. Oh, edit video. Yep, we open that in a new tab. We change that. We change that. SC2. There we go, there we go. That's all up to date. Save. Monetization. Save. Cool. 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 Let's go. We'll pin MNW here. Are you showing up pin this? Yes, manually unpin the end of the stream. Hide for yourself. Cool. Okay. Let's put the bracket command. We're just doing some admin stuff. Oh, that's a character limit, isn't it? Yeah, that is most definitely a character limit. Limit. Oh, okay. Cure and Fiat. Surely they're not going to play on the EU server, are they? No, I don't think so. Bum. People were having issues joining NA server earlier. Not sure if that's still a problem. Oh, hopefully not. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, NA is down for many people. Oh, that's super cringe. That's so weird. It works totally fine for me. That's so weird. Damn. I wonder if it's got something to do with VPNs or something. Because it is totally fine for me. Like, it works completely normally. And I even have a server blocker that does not work completely, which is funny. And very annoying. Very irritating. Yeah, that's super weird. By the way, Seb, ByuN is on North America. He is on NA server. That's so funny. Like half the people have the new herO badge. You can't go there? Yeah. What happens if you open the game from NA server? Like if you switch to NA on startup, does that do anything? Oh, he already came to EU. Oh, nice. Doesn't work? Okay. That's so weird. I wonder what is causing the issue. That's really unfortunate. Super duper unfortunate. Oh, Christian or Nikaract is happening. Oh. That's a pretty decent match. Welcome, Glavius. Glavius Maximus Decimus Meridius. As opposed to Gladius. Wait, where is my stream? Oh, okay. Damn, they gotta play EUKR EU. Oh, that is brutal. Well, at least for Fian's sake, he gets to play White Rabbit with ping advantage. But this will make for a bit of a janky series for sure. Bit of a janky series. So keep that in mind that, you know, if there's any micro missteps, the players are completely to blame. 100%. There's no, obviously that's going to affect the ability to micro, the ability to react. Now, we're still obviously going to have someone like Cure, I think, be very much okay, because he's not a player that relies entirely on micro by any means. He is a player that is very, very much chilling. Thank you very much, Kaido K, for the primary sub at 38 months. All right, here we go. Finally got ourselves a series. I say finally, but I mean, I was the one that was late. All right, here we go. Spawning down in the bottom left with that bright yellow. It is Team Roddy's Fiant. Shine bright like a diamond, young friend. Diamonds should not be yellow. Although I think some of them are, actually. I don't know enough about diamonds. Spawning up at the top right, it is Team Liquid's Cure. In the color blue. True blue. Team Liquid blue. To quote the great Tobias Fuke, I blew myself. God damn. Anyways, we're off to a great start here. Not even a minute into the first game. And we've already committed what many people would consider to be a faux pas. This is kind of interesting because he could have, I believe, put the second barracks in a position where the tech lab was, or reactor for that matter, was not exposed. Instead, he chose to put it further forward. Playing the unknown race that you normally don't see in the weeklies. It's true. The forbidden race. Forbidden snack. Going for a 2-Rax Reaper when you have ping disadvantage is wild to me. Absolutely wild. Funny how Zerglings are allergic to lemon juice. Interesting. And yet if you pour a bit of lemon juice on a Zergling, it becomes more delicious. Huh. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Talk about the game, Steadfast. Why is there only one zerg? Now, the bigger question is, why are there so many zergs? Why is there an entire zerg? Now, the zergs just don't often play these weeklies. It's unfortunate, to be honest, but it is what it is. Oh, we are going to see a grenade. Oh, nice block. But you can already see that ping had a little bit of an effect. Cure misfired one of the shots on the drone. Actually, I think he misfired 2 shots. It would have been a dead drone if he had targeted correctly. Oh, looks like he is going to commit to a 4th Reaper. I mean, this is a very far away 3rd base. Fiant does drop the creep tumor here. We'll get a little interception on the queen. Oh, that was a fortuitous grenade. Knocks this very far away. He will drop grenades for the extra damage, but no, this isn't going to be a cancel, even with a 4th Reaper being produced. Not with 2 queens over here. Obviously, he can juggle these queens away for a bit. Funnily enough, the queens count as being on creep when they're on specific corners of the hatchery. You'll see, you might have noticed. There we go. Yeah, right there. The queen sped up for half a second. Lane speed was not prioritized super hard, so this actually is not going to be a 3:30 timing. But Kira doesn't know that, so he is going to play it safe, and he's going to back away. Committing to the 4th Reaper and really getting nothing out of it. Not ideal for Kira. It's going to slow down his tech a little bit. And did he even kill... No, he didn't kill anything. Forcing the queens to pull is something. That is something, because it means a little less larva than Fiant would like, and you can see he's actually... He's a little bit larva-starved right now. It is going to be... Oh, that's really funny. He built the tech lab, obviously, for this starport, but is going to produce a single Hellion before swapping this somewhere. I wonder if he builds a reactor for the inevitable switch into medevacs. Cloak or no? He's got the money for it now, just now. Oh, Fiant does not want this fight. He does not want this smoke. Ugh. It's a little bit wasteful right there. First little mistake. There's the reactor. And it looks like it might just be a single cloakless Banshee into double medevac. This is a really interesting little build. The single Hellion. Normally, that would never be enough to establish map control. But since it is for Reapers as well, this is a lot more valuable. Oh, the fakey cloak. Very cute, very cute. And that's going to time out on the kill pretty much perfectly. Fiant did lose an Overlord in the middle. Now, if he was paying close attention, he may have noticed that the reactor timed out basically with the finishing of that Banshee. But even though it's just one single Banshee without cloak, he is going to build triple spore because you kind of have to respect this a little bit. Oh, stim is done. Fiant does not want this fight. Not at all. He gets 1 Marine but loses 10 Zerglings. A lot of small trades, but going in the favor of Kira pretty strongly here. 1-1 will start up. Did Fiant get far enough in to see that? I don't believe so. Oh, very fortunate timing on the Banshee showing up right as that creep tumor gets over here. It is going to be just single Banshee, of course, but still requires a bit of a dedicated response. Is there going to be any range with this besides just the Marines? No, no tanks. No tank, no Widowmine. 3 more barracks coming up, but that is just to get him up to 5, not to go for an 8 racks. This does distract the Queens really, really significantly. And Fiant's hatchery is actually very low in HP. If Cure stims in for this, he'll just kill it. Yeah, Fiant got drawn right out of position. Cure didn't even have to tunnel it right away. He was just able to go after some drones first. And this is insanely good for Cure right now. It's a little counterattack at the 3rd base, but 2 SCVs is not even close to killing a 3rd base and 7 drones. This is a really good situation for Cure right now. Yeah, 1-1 just now starting up for Fiant. Kira doing a really nifty little build setup here. The fake cloak really faked out Fiant here. Like, you really don't want to lose a fourth to Cloak Banshee. And with the loss of the creep timber, he felt he had to respond strongly, but that left the right side open to the real attack, which was the stimmed bio push. Even without the combat shields, without the 1-1 at the time, it was still a very strong push. And now the real push shows up after the first pressure. With 1-1 done, with that combat shields done, and with a siege tank here. Bane speed is done for Fiant, but he is going to need a miraculous engagement to find his way back in this game, because it doesn't just need to be a cleanup, it needs to be a cost-efficient cleanup. Oh my god, speaking of cost efficiency, we're looking at 7, 8... No, that was 9-1. We might hit 10-1 cost efficiency at one point in this game. Oh, but every unit that Kir loses, that will disappear. For just a moment, 10-1. Just a moment. The cleanup will happen, but Kir gets out with the majority of the bio, the vast majority, in fact. For just one moment, it was still 300 resources lost, and the Zerg went over 3,000. Damn. Whoa, more thunder. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, this next setup. Very nice spot on the changelings there. That is pretty nice. Fiant is... I mean, he's kind of stabilized a little bit. He's back up to 5 bases. Not a great drone count, but he's done his 1-1. Kira still has all the initiative. He did forget his +2 armor, which is very unfortunate, but he is still going to have a significant +2 advantage here. Splitting into 2 groups of Ling Bane to try and deal with this. Oh, Widowmine does get a decent connection. Kira able to lift up and get a decent little save here. Queens in the middle of the map are transfusing their lives. And actually, this will be pretty decent for Fiant. He's able to get a bit of a pushback and stay alive a little bit longer, but Drilling Claw's done. 4th base starting to land for the Terran. And that is where this eco advantage is really going to kick in for Cure. Oh, Widowmine. Oh. Spore Crawler will reposition here. Cure is going to see that. But Fiant. Oh, man, that's annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, he can't even get the bait out. That's frustrating. Very frustrating for Fiant here. He has now fired up his own 2-2, but he's going to be quite far behind in the upgrades. And he is already quite far behind in this game. And Cure is just moving in on top of this middle base. He's going to get the kill. Fiant feels compelled to give it up, but that means it's now 4 base to 4. And that is not a winning solution against a Terran player. Oh, Burrowed Banes, though. Oh, Fiant wants it. Oh, he's trying to bait. He's trying to bait.
Under attack. A mineral field has been depleted.
Oh no. I mean, it wasn't the dream hit, and he needs a dream hit right now. Widowmine's being mitigated very nicely on the right side here. Oh no, oh now his army's all trapped. There is a chance, though, that Cure goes over this big Bane trap. Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Fiant. Did a bunch of the mines survive? They did. Oh, he re-burrows them into the middle. Welcome, Gary Arganis. People arrive. 4 mines at once out of Cure. Now, is this double reactor? No, this is triple. Oh, it is double reactor and now a 3rd factory being produced. Does he add a tech lab for this, or does he go for the 3rd reactor and ultra toxicity? That's my Zerg bias coming through. Terran players trying to win. That's toxic. I mean, it makes sense, especially playing with ping. Widowmines are very Very, very strong. Because you can pre-spread them. They're like easier to... Easier? More numerous tanks. That still puts so much mental and emotional pressure on the Zerg. Okay, it is a tech lab. So he's going the tank mine setup. Cure has traded so cost efficiently. More than 2-to-1 ahead. Fiant is doing his darndest to hold his own, but it's tough. It is tough. Of course, this is Cure, a GSL. Cure's won a GSL, right? I feel like he must have by this point. Yeah, okay, yeah. I feel bad, but I really don't pay as much attention to GSL. I haven't in a long time, honestly. I don't think I've watched a GSL live in like 12 years or something. Just because it was always on at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I know everyone doesn't like it, but I would like to see the fast drilling claw mass mines drop Maru did versus Rainer again. Yeah, I'd like to see that too, so that it gets nerfed. I also would like to see that being used more. Heh. We're going to see an Ultralisk Cavern, a Hail Mary from Fiant. Cure is building up such a monstrous bank right now. He's got an upgrade lead. Fiant is back down to just 3 bases at this point. And, I mean, there's nothing he can do. Round of 8 parting, round of 4 trap, final versus Est. Oh, that's pretty sick. Taking down a gamut of outstanding Protoss players. Cure is playing this extremely patiently. To the point of frustration, for sure, for Fianten. Oh, Fungal does land. That's pretty nice. But even as Cure loses all the buy on the left side, he targets down the one offending Infester. Is this game 1? This is game 1. Fiant is... He's digging his heels in. He's digging his heels in. But... It's not doing him much good. Fungal growth on some frontline Marauders. Honestly, even with the Fungal and the Surround, that's not even a cost-efficient set of kills. Now the Banelings do get some okay-ish connections, but the Marauders are going to do just fine. There was another fight on the final top left. Cure just gets a lead and then just kind of... It's weird to say it this way, but chills aggressively. If that makes sense. Is the Lemon thing actual lore? I have no idea. I just made it up. Welcome, Just Mike on YouTube. I mean, it could be lore, but if it's lore, that's coincidental. Wow, I haven't been on KR since they put this thing in. The lemon thing is legit in HOTS. That Zerglings dislike lemon juice. Just running a quick minute of ads, by the way. Thank you for the follow, Kerwax. I believe you followed earlier. Does that mean you unfollowed and then refollowed again? Interesting, interesting. Oh, wow. Dark Prelate Commander. Oh, damn. Fiant has not stepped foot on the Korean server in, well, for sure, in a long time. In a long time. Because he has multiple co-op commander purchases that just showed up as achievements. Anything to get herO's favorite streamer to drop your tag? Heh. Clever, clever. If you constantly change the zergling mutations, Abathur will say zerglings are allergic to lemon juice. Oh, that's fun as hell. That is super, super fun. Parting had dignity. Parting was like, he was real good. He was very strong player. So this is going to be really weird because winning the coin flip in the later rounds is going to be worth so much for the EU versus KR situation. Obviously, we saw Cure win game 1 versus Fiant there. But he got a lead, and then he played a style that doesn't require you to do a lot of splitting in the moment. And you can just set up for a really strong setup. Oh, okay. This is going to be cool. Spawning down on the bottom right, it is Team Liquid's Cure. But he is going for a low ground wall, and his opponent spawning up the top left. Channeling Lorimbo, everyone's favorite Italian himbo. That's unfair. It's Fiant for Team Roddy. Okay, hatch in the wall. Now, Lorimbo beat ByuN with this when ByuN did what I can only say was the worst possible response. I really want to look at the Hearthstone video of it because, like, it was actually such a bad... Oh my god, Cure's doing the same thing! No, you don't do Command Center first against this. Are we real? Why are we doing Command Center first against this? This is so committed from the Zerg. This hatchery started. So early. And yeah, he just rebuilds it. Like, and Fiant has seen there's a command center first. He's still got an early pool. He is going to send Zerglings across the map and they won't have an answer. This is so much lost mining time. Why do you not just build the barracks? I don't understand. This legitimately... It boggles my mind that this is the response. The barracks just started. It's so late. Oh, Fiant Mineral Walk. Thank you. Okay, can a wall be enough? I don't think so. The Lings are here. Oh, this SCV. Oh, God, no, don't. Oh, he loses the drone. Oh, but now he puts the SCV that was... No, you want to go after this depot, surely. I think Cure just dies, like, right now. Oh, my God. Okay, the depot. He had to get back on top of the depot. There's not enough HP being generated. He loses the depot. Fiant is going to kill him. There's no gas, so he can't build Reaper. He can only build Marine. He's already lost 5 SCVs. He's on 2 command centers. That's great. He's not even building an orbital command right now. Targeting the barracks makes a lot of sense. 2 of the lanes do get surrounded. That's not ideal for Fiant. Not a good fight for Fiant, honestly. Very bad fight for Fiant. That might let Cure hold. He should not. This is illegal. What Cure is doing is a straight-up crime. He should not be allowed to survive while doing this. The orbital command, the first one, just started. And now it's a Lingbane follow-up behind this. Does Cure have any inkling? Fiant, this is an auto win for Fiant right now. 100%. 100%. Cure would need to blind bunker. And Fiant would need to mess up. Cure has faith in his own skills. He can have all the faith that he wants in the world. His faith is misguided. I don't even know if you want a queen with this as Fiant. I think you don't. I think he actually, with the hatchery, Either you don't want a hatch or you don't want a queen. Okay, this is going to get spotted. He's building the bunker outside. This is okay. Yeah, he can't even close the wall. It's game. It's game over. Oh, even lets the Banes in. GG. ByuN gets it done. Why are we going command center first in response to a proxy hatch? What? Like, it boggles my mind. It actually, my brain cannot even understand the premise here. Like, I understand not necessarily knowing the timing of the proxy hatch, but like, it's insanity to me that that is the response somehow. And now ByuN evens the series. You thought Kira knew what he was doing? No. The moment you see a command center first in response to a proxy hatch at that speed, at that early, yeah, that goes like right out the window. Yeah, I just it just boggles my mind. I mean, I will say, as far as responses are concerned, it was a good panic response with the wall. It's just the choice at the beginning is legit insane. Okay, the only thing that actually makes sense to me is that this is a bait to try and get herO to do this to them in a real tournament, and then they're going to have like a completely different response that's actually real. That is the only thing that makes sense. Because the concept of going reactively command center first, after ByuN did that against Larimbo, yeah, no, I'm convinced, actually. That's what it is. That's what it is. The Korean Terrans have agreed. This is how you beat herO. Yeah. That has to be it. Has to be it. All right, spawning up at the top right, it is Team Roddy's ByuN in the yellow. And his opponent spawning down to the bottom left for Team Liquid, it's Cure. In the blue. The thing is, the SCV pull is actually not a bad decision, I feel, at all. But you can't skip lunch. You just can't. Like, you can't go command center first against a proxy hatch of that speed. Like, it's so committed from the zerg. It is so ridiculously committed from the zerg. I don't even think you have to cancel the hatch when it's that early. Like, I think if you open up 2 racks in the wall and then just build a bunker, I think it's fine. ByuN not afraid of commitment. Pay attention, ladies. Yep, it's true. It's true. It is going to be a Ling, Speedling opener first. This is a 17 gas, 16 pool. So this is not going to be an I must cancel the command center, but it is going to be an I want to get damage done. Cure. Oh, he's going to track these Lings. I actually really like the idea of that. Because the Reaper will... Like, the Reaper is out. This was a standard opener from Cure. Not going to be a low ground 2 racks. And I think that ByuN was kind of hoping it was. And that he would get a little bit of an advantage against that. which is to say, you know, Cure, of course, delays his command center, but Fiant is able to contest the Reapers on the map a lot earlier. Now, unfortunately for him, that's not really what he is able to do. And this is very unfortunate. The Reaper is going to be able to kill these first 2 lanes without losing anything. Didn't even have to stop building the CC. Good job from Cure to recognize that. You might be wondering, oh, why didn't he pull the SCV away? Well, he didn't need to be perfectly frank. I must be frank, Your Grace. By the way, this is me, and this is not pro players. But man, oh man, do I ever have the worst habit of getting supply blocked at 36 when I do an opener like this? It's so bad. You're already doing an economically less optimized build. Cure, very smart decision to stay off the low ground. This is a very interesting little opener here. It is going to be, yeah, Marine Cyclone drop, I believe. This is going to be great for hunting Overlords. Normally, I would say this is not a good opener against Zerg, but the Zerg player did cut into their eco a little bit. Well, a lot, actually. And now Fiant, he is supply blocked here. That's pretty painful. Building 4 Overlords at once. Oh, can I get the kill on this before it gets to the high ground? Yes, he can. That's pain. That is very painful because now the medevac doesn't need to reveal itself. Fiant will see it. This has already been a very good start for Cure. Fiant having to build a lot of Lings now to deal with this. This is a really strange little play. Fiant, I think he has to get some counter damage done with the Lings, but Cure's transitioning into Reactor Hellions, which is a very unexpected little response, potentially from Fiant. It makes a ton of sense. Oh, Overlord does die there. Cure will get a good number of these units surrounded, and good target fire on the medevac there from Fianten. Fiant gets a pretty good cleanup. I would even go so far as to say a very good cleanup. But he did build a lot of Lings very early. And that means that Cure, despite, you know, committing a decent amount to this, and actually a very late 3rd CC. Okay, yeah, honestly, no, this is still good for Fiant. Yeah, because as much as Fiant kind of cut into his own eco early, Cure has done something similar here. But Cloak Banshee going to be scary. And does Fiant have... Okay, he will have a Spore done at the natural in time for the Banshee. The one on the main base is a little bit later, but it's actually going to work out just fine. Actually, this Spore Crawler is basically perfectly timed. It's just not quite perfectly placed. Right time, wrong place. Title of my memoir. Oh, Spore Crawler. That is going to need to reposition here, but it looks like Fiant is going to just say, okay, I want a 4th Spore. 4 Spore and 7 years ago. God, I'm such a goober. Oh, he cloaked up the 2nd Banshee very, very early here. This Banshee will run out of juice very shortly. Oh, if he gets the kill, that'd be amazing. Does get it. That is really nice for Fiant, but there are no Lings in position at the 3rd. They're at the natural. They can reposition quite quickly. Banshee does find another slightly poorly placed Spore. Just got to be a little bit further south there. And Cure exploiting that nicely. Oh, God, these Lings crossing the map. This is not where you want these as Fiant. Not as the Hellions were kind of rotating back through. Cure hitting his transition timings very cleanly and crisply. Fiant cooking. I mean, Fiant cooked in game number 2. But Cure more so than anything cooked himself. Oh, speaking of cooked, these Zerglings gonna get roasty toasted up. These ones blasted away as well. Cure is really doing a good job of keeping the creep back. 95 and 96, 7 Overlords making. Yeah. Now he is... I didn't see the supply block, but I do see the 152 supply max. I mean, that's a tale as old as time. It is so easy to think you've built an Overlord, forget it. Or the other way around, think you haven't built an Overlord. And then pump out, like, one set, and then another set, and then another set. You go 2, 3, 2. All of a sudden, you built 7 Overlords. Hellbats are going to try and protect the tank. Not able to do so super effectively, but there was no Bane speed right away. So that's still an okay-ish trade for Cure. And now once 1-1 completes, which is right now, it is going to get even more difficult to take a decent trade here. But Fiance will be able to get on top of this one tank. That goes pretty well for him, actually. All the Hellbats are gone. Cure, though, is still really keeping the creep penned back, but Fiance starting to reestablish it a little bit. 4th CC gets fired up. Cure didn't quite have money for +2 armor, and now has forgotten to restart it. Or not restart it, but to start it. Oh, this is a strong follow-up push coming in here. Couple of tanks. There's no creep at all out front of this base. 1-1 will complete for Fiance in a moment, but Cure may not give him the time. Fiance, he needs to flank this. He has the right idea with the flank setup, but Cure is just going to target down the base. And now Fiance... Oh, he's going to try and engage, but the one side gets cleaned up before the second side is there. Fiance does take a little supply lead as he gets a... still an okay-ish trade. Tank is caught unsieged. Cure able to pick it up. Can he get... No! Nice target fire there. That was the medevac that had the tank inside. Okay. Well, that is actually very good for Fiance. All right, now Fiance is all of a sudden cooking. He did lose his 4th, though, and that is really, really painful because the Terran has a 4th command center now done. I bought time in that sentence for it to finish up. Fiance looking for an opening, but Cure getting quite a few Zergling kills there. Just kind of 9 Zergling kills for free. Oh, this Banshee was on patrol. It's going to cancel his base. Yeah, there's nothing coming. Oh, Fiance, please cancel. Please. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Fancy footwork. But now the Banshee, it didn't cloak up before. Now it cloaks. Cure going to move in to the middle. He's got Drilling Claws available. Oh, big Mind Drag. Big Mind Drag. Very good fight for Fiance. Somehow that mine, though, did go off. Did he kill the Banshee? He did. Wow, that's actually a really good sequence for Fiance. And that's going to force a liftoff away from this 4th. Forces the cancel on the planetary. Oh, no. He got hit by a monster mine. 16 kills right there. Fiance firing up a hive, but he has not yet started his 2-2. Whereas Cure has just... Cure completed his +2 weapons. Once again, his +2 armor was a little bit late. There are 11 Widow Mines on the field, and of course, they've got their Drilling Claws. Fiance does have Overlord speed, so that's going to make it at least a little bit more palatable to engage those mines. He's got Burrow as well. We'll be watching for some burrowed Bane shenanigans. Oh, that's a big mine shot. A drone joining the party. That was an expensive fight for Fiance. He did clean up a lot of Widow Mines. Got a couple of Liberators as well, but it cost him a lot of stuff. Oh, there's those burrowed Banes in the middle. Here's the good thing about all the creep being cleared up is that Cure won't necessarily be looking to clean this up. Nice retarget, by the way. That was a manual retarget from Cure on the Widow Mine. The Ling it was targeting did not die, and it did not get out of range. That was a manual retarget. Very cool. Very cool. Hard sometimes to tell if someone manually retargeted or if it happened just on its own. We're going to be seeing Fiance going into +1 missile, +2 Carapace, but Cure has already got the 3-3, particularly +3 attack, very far along, and he's already got a really nice upgrade lead. And of course, Cure knows that there is an Infestor on the right side. Oh, decent little Mind Drag. Fiant is holding his own, going toe-to-toe. Thank you for the follow, Gosu Reaper. I think you were following before, but I wonder if you unfollowed after the game I played against your Protoss. It was a cheeky strat. It was a neat way to play. We are going to be seeing an attempt to take down this base. Widowmine's very far forward onto creep. They do get mitigated relatively well, but they clear up almost all the Banelings and most of the Lings as well. Oh, Infestor could be very nice here. There is double fungal available. He gets one. The second one will not go off. There's a little bit too much here for Fiant's small complement of army to fight it. And Cure kind of overpowers this. If Cure wins this, you unfollow? Ah, okay. Fair enough. Bye, Pi. It was nice to see. Oh! Oh, looks like I've been saved by the disconnect. Wow. Literally, that is insane that just happened. Pi, there is no doubt in my mind that a deity of some kind just forbid Pi from unfollowing the channel. Strongest case for Loki I've ever seen. That's insane. As we all know, Fiant is 100% dead right now. And it happened at 1338. Well, there we go. That is legit divine intervention. That's insane. Leap +1. I guess I have to start again from the beginning. That makes sense to me. I can't believe that. That was like legit 5 seconds after. The timing on that is unbelievable. Sorry, gang, I tripped over the cable. It makes sense. Yep. Is Fiant going to concede or make them play the game 3 again? Well, he wouldn't. That wouldn't be the only option. They would resume from replay. Bum 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 bum. Or would they? Dun dun dun. Fiant could just concede. Yeah, but it would be one of the players concedes or we resume from replay. Oh, if Cure does win this, it becomes a TBT on KR server, which is not so bad at all. So could Cure? Cure technically could concede. That is correct. I actually, the more I think about it, I legitimately do think that the proxy hatch response is a bait. Like, there's no way that the Korean Terrans collectively think that the best response to a proxy hatch at that timing is a command center first. I cannot accept that. Christianer 2-0 Nikaract. Nice result for Christianer. Nikaract has been cooking. He's been on fire recently. Oh, Celsius took down the Russian Art in the lower bracket in the best of one. That is a really nice result there. Nikaract also forfeited in the lower bracket, which means that Hacker is top. Oh, Hacker is top beat Han Mono 1-0. And then the player that got the forfeit over Nicorrect, Typhoon, lost to Hacker is top. Typhoon, a 4.3k Zerg player, which on EU is supposedly Diamond 1 MMR. They were able to beat Perceive previously. Running into Cell Citizen lower bracket is rough. Yeah, it really is. Really is. You've just come off of a loss. And then you have to play one of the most dangerous Zergs that basically only all-ins with a lot of different creative setups. And yeah, you have to play them in a best of one. No, Perceive is not Percival. Perceive is a new player who has had probably the wildest swing of results I have ever seen of any player in StarCraft 2's history. Taking games off of pro players and then also losing series to diamond players. It has been confusing, to say the least, to look at their Eligulac. Also, they sometimes play Terran, they sometimes play Protoss, supposedly. But I think they're a Protoss player, and I think they got entered on Eligulac as Terran. Hopefully, do you remember Soul Spirit? The Zerg that took down Raynor but lost to a Diamond player as well. I don't think you're... I think you're thinking of someone different. I played in one versus Perceives Terran, felt like 4K. Ah. I think you're thinking of the Chinese player, no? I mean, Soul Spirit is a... Soul Spirit was like a 6K Zerg. French Zerg. Was that when Raynor was playing from KR, though? Oh, no. He actually, yeah, he did beat Raynor in the group stage of DreamHack Masters Valencia. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea to Typhoon. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We do not know what the situation is. This was peak Raynor. I'm almost certain this was a ping issue because this was back in, yeah, since it was ESL Pro Tour Regionals Europe. If Raynor was in Korea, he had to play from Korea to Europe. And also Soul Spirit was like, yeah, once again, a 6K Zerg. That one is a lot more believable. I'm not trying to undercut Soul Spirit's achievements. I'm more saying that one makes sense to me, and I can totally understand it. ZVZ is a very aggressive... I don't like using the term coin flippy matchup, but there is definitely a lot of weird builds that can come about in the matchup. Like, even before that, Soul Spirit took a game off of Raynor in one of the ESL weeklies, and that would have been when Raynor was actually in Europe, I'm pretty sure. What am I hearing right now? There's like some very weird background noise. Who Who did Soul Spirit lose to? That was a diamond player. All right. We're going to get back into it. Why do we hear drilling SCVs? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Oh. Oh, what the heck? All right, we're back into it. Oh. Oh, little mind drag right there. Meanwhile, on the top side, though, Kira is going to kill this base. And I think this is going to be a very quick end to this game because we just saw Kira kill, well, one new base. Actually, he didn't get the bottom right base, but he kills, yeah, just two bases. We'll just say two bases. And this is 3-2. Oh, he could have hit a Bane Mine, but it wouldn't have been that great. Would have been mostly Marauders. And not even that many, to be honest. Fiant is going to try and battle this one out. He is getting into Lurkers. The problem is Liberators are already being pumped out 4 at a time. Plus 3 armor is going to complete. Or the bio. We even have Caduceus Reactor, which is quite nice. And the Lurkers will not be able to save this base on the right side. Once again, Fiant getting knocked back down to 3 hatcheries. Well, I think it's actually, yeah, 4 hatcheries, but 3 bases. One of them is a macro hatch, which is not going to be good for mining. Kira's gigantic brain is interfering with the electronics. That makes sense to me. Oh. Maybe it's the double sensor tower that's interfering with the electronics. A little bit too much electrical interference. Oh, no. Fiant unburrows the Banes right there. But Kira apparently either didn't notice or didn't care. Kira's ping just threw off the whole game. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh, yeah. Once you get burrow and you start adding lurkers, it actually becomes very obnoxious because you burrow everything. If you don't select just the lurkers, burrow actually becomes a negative upgrade in just that sense. Not the biggest of deals, but it is something that can mess you up. Fiant gonna try and really drag this one out here. Oh, scan comes in. We'll see the lurkers here. The lunkers. Fungal growth going to come in. We will have the Liberators trying to get taken down, but more and more of them show up. Decent fungals on the main army. Fiant managed to get the infestors out of the liberation circles. But unfortunately for Fiant, that is going to mean he has to give up this base. There's that burrow coming through again. Come on, Pi, trip over some more cables. Come on. Kira's just very patiently playing this one out. I mean, he knows he is so far ahead right now. How many orbitals is he at? He was at 4 before. Yeah, 4 still. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more orbitals morph yet. Is he building planetaries? He's got 2 unmorphed command centers. Okay, there's one. There's the other. Fiant's going to try and pick the fight here, but it will not be a great one. Even he won't even kill all the Liberators. Oh, my God. That is too familiar for me. I do not like this one bit. This is probably Microbial Shroud's best use case scenario, by the way, is fighting into these liberation zones like this. Because that's the one situation where the Terran player actually does feel compelled to hold the position. GG will get called. Kira will take this one down. I mean, realistically, At no point can a Liberator one-shot a Hydra, right? Even with +3 weapons versus +0 armor. That is... that might... I think +3 weapons versus +0 armor, it does actually one-shot it. Because I believe the Liberator does 90 damage in that scenario, no? And the Hydra has 90 HP. It's just that you'll never see a situation where the Zerg player has not gotten... at least +1 armor. So it's a situation that would never happen in a real game. Well, okay, actually, hang on. Theoretically, if you're playing versus mech, you could go double attack upgrades as the Zerg, never get armor, and if your opponent went triple armory, potentially maybe, but highly, highly, highly unlikely. Okay, we're going to head to KR server. For a TVT. Old Microbial was super legit versus Liberators. I mean, new Microbial is still very good, no? Oh, well, I guess it is. It did used to be 75 energy, didn't it? Yeah, that's actually a lot worse. It's 100 energy now. It used to be 75. Other than that, it's still the same, no? Microbial Shroud effect no longer persists for a few seconds after the unit has left the shroud. That is a really good point. That is a really good point. So it actually was nerfed in 3 ways while being buffed. When did they change the Hydra HP? Quite a while ago. Quite a while ago. Oh, I'd have to go far back in time to think of that. I do believe, by the way, that ByuN has won the last few battles between a couple of them. At one point, it was 85 HP, no? My son invited his friend over for a play date. I had to kick his friend out after I learned he was a Protoss player. You can take your life for ire somewhere else, buddy. Nice. It's important. All right, we're going to run a quick 2 minutes of ads. It was 80 HP, but they had faster attack speed. I feel like at one point they had 85 HP, but I could be making that up. I legit don't know. We've gone through many iterations of many units. But yeah, at one point, Perceive took a game off Milky Cow. Sorry, I'm looking back at the Wikipedia. He took a game off of Percival. He has 2-1'd Hacker is top at one point. Took a game off Azura. 2-0'd Greenert, who is a very good 5.3k, 5.4k player. Very solid, too. Has 2-0'd Bulmaiolja. Taking a game off GG Machine, a game off of Alex, a game off of Prom. Yeah, Perceive is a very strange case. Really don't know what to make of Perceive. All right, who will win this best of 3 TVT? Cure or ByuN? It's probably going to feel so good for Cure to... I feel like I was justified. I don't care if he was 6. Yep. Yeah, makes sense to me. Oh, man, it is really sad looking at the Liquipedia where it shows, yeah, like 10 notable Protoss players, 7 notable Terrans, and 1 notable Zerg, 1 notable random. It do be like that. 6-year-old Protoss player? Mental age. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, spawning up at the top right, it is the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN on Mothership. And his opponent spawning down on the left side, it is Team Liquid's Cure. In the bleu. We're going to be seeing a gas first out of ByuN. This is a really interesting map. Oh, why did ByuN take this as his first gas? This is just objectively worse, no? It just takes a little bit longer for no particular reason. I'm sure it's a very small difference, but actually, is it even a difference? It's got to be so negligible. I'm sure it's fine. ShoWTimE beat Max Packs. Yo, that's kind of sick. That is kind of sick. I mean, it's not just that, Pikachu. I feel like so much of it is that Zerg players just really... Well, okay, I guess the reasoning for why they don't want to play is that Zerg doesn't feel super strong. It is nice, though, because with this most recent patch, it's felt good enough that so many Zerg players have come back to the game. And that... Oh. Okay, was going to be a command center on the high ground. Now it will, in fact, be a command center on the high ground. Did Cure see the second gas? No, he didn't. Oh, this is actually super nifty right here out of ByuN. Here I was thinking this was a super silly move. It actually ends up being a really smart one because Cure only checked the faraway gas using the logic that I actually was thinking like, oh, this wouldn't really make sense. Now, this feels kind of greedy from ByuN with no scout whatsoever. He goes straight reactor after the Reaper. Cure does check low ground, but does not go up to the high ground, so he doesn't know what he's up against just yet. But he will drop his own low ground CC. ByuN did delay his command center a little bit to hide this information. I do like the move quite a bit. Here we see the big benefit of this play from ByuN coming through. The Reactor Hellion play means he gets to save gas. Only gas expenditure in terms of units so far is just 50 gas into the Reaper. That gives him gas for the Tech Lab, gas for the fast starport. It's going to be super duper fast Raven, despite the fact that he did not open double gas right away. I really like the concept of this opener in TVT a lot. Cure will jump up to the high ground, but there are 2 Hellions out, and ByuN is going to get a kill. Yo! Oh my God. The legs! The legs ragdolling onto the ground. That Reaper took the most cinematic jump I've ever seen. Oh God, that was so grotesque. Bro got wrecked. He really did. Really nice depot lift, by the way, from ByuN right here. Cure will get cornered. And that is an outstanding fight for ByuN. Look at that. 1 Hellion for 2 Hellions and 3 Reapers. And you see the power of these Hellions kind of shining as well. Thank you very much. Stretch for the 2-1 resub at 68 months. My man. 5 years and 8 months. Longer than my longest relationship. And much more pleasant than that one as well. Notable, important to note, that's not my current relationship. We haven't been together that long. Cyclone at the natural is going to defend here. Oh, little sniperino on some Marines. Just looking to trade the Hellions as much as possible. And does trade out 3 Hellions for 3 Marines. It's not an amazing trade, but the Hellions are generally speaking, going to be difficult to find value with later, so I don't hate it. And he already got good trades to begin with, so at this point, he's just kind of, instead of looking for a kind of a highly unlikely scenario where Cure leaves a mineral line super open, he's like, okay, let me just force some trades now that are, yes, technically cost inefficient, but in the context of already having gotten value from the Hellions, this is just bonus. You've only been with your fiance for 5 weeks? Well, I mean, I haven't been with my fiance for more than 5 years. Did I say 5 weeks? I mean, that's entirely possible. He used to be a Hollywood stuntman before being recruited for the Reaper job. So what you're saying is he was the fall guy? He got the Peter Griffin pose. He was Ryan Gosling. There he is. Yeah, Pi gets it. All right, what do we got so far? We got Vikings being added in from ByuN. It is a 3 Raven play from both players. Oh! Trading out the last of the Hellions for one of the Cyclones. This is crazy. No gas units have been killed yet for ByuN. It's actually so nice. Damn. That just feels good. Oh, ByuN's got a little bit of an ambush set up in the middle. Cure gonna have to be careful here. He does have the Ravens leading the charge, and they will give advanced information. Oh. What ate the shot there? I think it was just a... Yeah, it was a Marine, and it did not die because it was not dimmed. Wait, it took 40 damage? Oh. Ooh, lock-on coming in. Cure tried to keep the lock-on alive with the scan, was not able to do so. As a result, he will lose that tank to the Cyclone. Very nice little find. Finally, a gas unit has died for ByuN. He is taking some really good fights here. But Cure does have faster 1-1. ByuN's got to be a little bit careful. There's a lot of Marines here for Cure and not a crazy number for ByuN. Oh, I think that was a kill on the Cyclone. Interference Matrix coming in. He is going to grab this one tank. And the other two unsiege. Dropping the auto turrets is a little bold. There's a nice double interference matrix. The Ravens of Cure not able to close the distance, and he loses... Yeah, he loses one of them. Another one getting very low on HP. Now, ByuN's got to be careful. He doesn't have any Marines here. He's got a decent number of reinforcements coming through. Ooh, little sneak up coming in from ByuN. Cure does kill the tank, but it's a 2-for-1. Did come at the cost of a lot of Raven energy in the form of those auto turrets. Cure healing up, or rather repairing up one of these Ravens back up to a much higher HP. ByuN, though, is inevitably pushing forward. God, this Cyclone is getting so much value. It's going to get another tank kill. Does go down. We will see those Ravens coming in for the flank. They get some good interference matrices. But ByuN, with another tank showing up and a lot of landed Vikings to support his Marines, will get the fight he's looking for. And I think this is just over. 1-1 didn't finish in time for the fight for Cure. He needed a Hail Mary there. ByuN has just controlled this army so well. And Cure is going to be forced to tap out. Outstanding moves from ByuN. Oh, God. That was... Mwah. Chef's kiss. Hey, thank you very much, Hyperbear, for the primary sub at 14 months. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's going to be Winter Madness for game numero dos. Oh, NA might work again, by the way. Oh, nice. Hey, thank you very much, Buckboo, for the primary sub at 22 months. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, All right. Yes, ByuN took game number 1. All right, here we go. Spawning down on the bottom right, it is the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN. In the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for Team Liquid, it's Cure. In the blue. Cure played that weird. I feel like more than anything, ByuN played that really, really well. I don't think Cure played it particularly poorly. I think it was just ByuN got an early game edge and made all the right moves to close it out. All the right moves. I think a lot of people like Beyond All Reason. I feel like it's been a very popular game. Oh, wow. I feel like this is a pretty uncommon scenario from ByuN here. He's going to go for the Scout with the 1 Rax expand. Cure will try and block this for as long as he can. And it is, in fact, the 1 Rax expand. So this is quite nice for Cure to be able to, 1, force this to be built on the high ground. 2, this was delayed quite a bit, no? 15, 1, 4. Yeah, this is really late. This is really, really late. The only thing, of course, is that Cure doesn't know that it's a 1 Rax expand, but because ByuN will fake this. He will fake this for the mind games. He will pretend to be taking the expansion, but actually open up double gas. Cure looking like he wants to... Yeah, he just wanted to avoid a Reaper chasing him down. Okay. But since it was a 1 Rax expand, ByuN did not want to put that Reaper onto the map. Point of shield battery overcharge was to make PvP less unsteady. Yeah. I actually feel like PvP's who's the best is probably the most debatable it's ever been. Maybe not ever, but for a while. Basically, since Max Packs became super dominant in like 2020 or 2021. This is probably the most... I'm not even sure who I would say is the best PvPer in the world right now. I feel like it could be one of like 4 or 5 players, maybe even. Probably 4. I would say one of herO, Classic, Max Packs, or ShoWTimE. Welcome to CN Toxicity. We're going to be seeing a quick medevac coming out of Cure. Now that's uncure-like. He's not always a medevac enthusiast, but he'll mix it in. It is another quick Hellion play out of ByuN, but against this, the medevac play is going to be quite nice because obviously you can, ferry things around, use the Cyclone lock on effectively. And Raven is not going to be the most amazing against this. Cure actually adding on a Viking and tank. Oh, but he does get caught in the open a little bit here. Grenade is going to be used to knock this tank asunder. It's actually going to be quite awkward for Cure. His little complement of units was just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. ByuN did pull the SCVs away from the natural quickly. Cure does have an opportunity to find a lot of counter damage with this. Oh, nice hot pickup, but he did pick up all of the units there. Raven got locked onto, but it was quickly saved. Okay, that's a weird trade because losing the tank is really bad for Kira, especially since it is... I mean, it was a focus on early tank production, but killing SCVs is nice. Forcing a lot of lost mining time is also nice. Kira is not building Ravens at all. He is committing pretty hard to Vikings. With 3 Ravens for ByuN, this could be quite scary. 3 Ravens means that he is going to be far behind in Viking production. Oh, lock on onto this. Medevac is very good, but it won't get the kill. With the scan, I still think he doesn't get it. Yeah, no, definitely not. It was at 63 HP. That's 4 ticks of Cyclone lock on that would have had to connect. Steadfast is the best PvP caster. That is not super debatable. Thank you, Tank. It's Matt. Appreciate it. Yeah, losing the early tank for Cure really hurts because he always intended to get very aggressive with this. Oh, that actually did break the lock on. I thought for sure that Hellion was a goner with the scan. Killing a gas is nice, but I feel like you need to do a lot more than this. We are going to see Ravens dropping the auto turrets, or pardon me, the interference matrices. That is really nice in terms of picking these tanks off. Gets all 3 siege tanks, and he does lose 2 of the 3 Ravens, though. The last one that did survive actually almost has full energy, though, so still going to be a value unit. Cure does have a 3rd CC done and is landing. So he's ahead in macro by a little bit. Oh, Medevac going to get locked onto. That will get taken out. Nice job from ByuN. Always debatable whether a scan is worth it for something like that, but in TVT where both players are going to be scanning pretty consistently, and we even saw the counter scan coming through from Cure. I mean, basically it's a scan of information for a scan of information plus a kill. Well, scan for a kill that ends up getting you the information. I do feel like Cure might need to build a Liberator to deal with a potential push. ByuN is still... Well, actually, he stopped pumping Vikings, but he was pumping Vikings pretty hard. Oh, man. Vikings are going to come into the natural and will land on top of this mineral line. 7 SCVs get obliterated instantly. Scan to the high ground to see the tank. That's going to be a kill. This is going to end up getting some crazy good value. And now he goes back into the air. Can he at least get the Raven? No, he doesn't. It survives on 10 HP. Oh, that's a wild move out of Cure. I'm trying to think, is it a good one? He comes out of this very far ahead in supply. If he kills the Raven, it's outstanding, I feel like. But that Raven still being alive? No, I think this is still very good for Cure. I think this is still very good for Cure. He finds a way to get a lot of value out of those Vikings. Boost coming into the main base. Stim is done. No combat shields yet, but 1-1 is going to complete momentarily. Ooh, if he gets the Raven now, that'll be amazing. And he does. He can get a lot of kills on his opponent's Vikings. Actually, he's going to get maybe every single one. Yes, he will. He even gets away with a couple of units. Cure going to fire up the +2 weapons and armor right on top of it. Combat shields will complete in a moment. And Cure, yeah, he... with the way he followed up on that, the Viking sack was fantastic. Because he has now nullified all of his opponent's Vikings to the point... I mean, he killed them. He literally killed all of them. Good scan does force Cure to give up on the drop. And, I mean, ByuN is in a lot of trouble right now. Cure already has a 4th CC building on location. Oh, and I love this little missile turret. Cure getting in towards the +1 vehicle weapons as well. Very important upgrade. ByuN gonna fire up a 4th CC. I saw 400 minerals disappear from his bank. Oh, Cure gonna get a really nice siege up on this gas at the natural. That's gonna get blasted down very quickly. And this time, ByuN will not have an easy cleanup with the Raven auto turrets. Cure wants to kill on this NG Bay. Not going to get it, though, and will give up the position for the moment. TVT is one of those matchups that, to me, is so awesome to watch because it can swing on a dime so quickly. That is also the reason why a lot of players don't like playing TVT. Because you can have a lead that you've developed over the course of 15 minutes in a game, and your opponent stays alive, gets a maxed out army, gets one really good fight, you get caught once, and the game can just end. Oh, we are going to see the tank sieging up a teeny bit late, but not too late to give ByuN that opportunity he needed. And in fact, now it's a very good tank position for Cure. Threatening the gas at the 3rd base, going to be able to potentially kill that. Oh. Oh, wow, that tank is somehow in range. ByuN will lose his own tank, though, as Cure counter-sieges an additional tank and gets a kill for a kill. And with the gas being denied, we're now looking at a really, really nice lead for Cure. I mean, he's got the extra base. It is fully saturated. It is turned into a planetary. 3-3 on the way. 3 additional barracks. Double tank production. Oh, and now a Doom drop into the main base. And that threatens the mineral line. It hits it hard. He's going to kill this 4th CC. Kaboomskis. Cure at this point, anything else he gets with this army is pretty much gravy. Oh, this is very funny to see. Even in the main base, he can't actually see the Marines. So there was Marines in range of the Liberator, but with the nerf to the vision, wasn't able to fire those shots and kill 1 or 2 of the Marines. Not that it makes that big of a difference, but now we see the Liberators surging forward. You're going to move forward, snap them down. And he's actually going to win this fight. The tank providing just enough support, and that's going to be another gas. I think that's the 4th refinery killed in this game. Yeah, 4 refineries being killed in this game. Really, really nice little moves from Cure, on top of all the great big moves he's made. ByuN desperately holding on for dear life in this game, but I mean, this is not feeling like one of those games where ByuN will get to max out and have a chance at that one Hail Mary fight. A 5th refinery kill. Denying his opponent's gas mining so effectively. Cure even setting up these tanks in a really great position to deny ByuN from getting out of his natural to try and make any counter move on the map. And Cure, oh man, an elite game from him right there. Gets the W. Isn't that true for any winner matchup? Maxing out and having a chance to do something. See, TVT is a lot swingier because of the power of siege tanks. And, like, it's a lot easier. So, 1, the power of siege tanks. 2, the power of stimmed Marines. The DPS of both of those units, I mean, it really switches things around. It changes things up a lot. All right, game 3 between ByuN and Cure. Winner of this will face off against Clem. Gerald, by the way, took a game off of Clem today. Oh, that's quite nice for Gerald. We had a nice ZVZ the other day. We had a nice ZVZ for you. Yeah. I think you shouldn't be allowed to snipe banelings like that. You got to display 6K mechanics in a 5K matchup. You're forbidden. You're forbidden from sniping Banes. It's illegal. Such a Zerg thing to say. Nah. All right, here we go. Spawning up at the top, right, for the Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN in the red. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom left. It is Team Liquid's Cure in the blue. ByuN opening up gas first for the third time this series. Is he going to go gas first, reactor Hellion again? So that's your 2-base Muta opener. That's the one you're trying to get a laser to play every game. You're going to try and get the denial at the natural again. Will ByuN just drop the CC this time? Or will he try and hide the SCV? Nope. Not right away. Yeah, he's going high ground. ByuN not even bothering to scout. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of his MO, but he did scout in game number 2. And as long as you scout a decent amount of time, it makes it an effective play. Oh, this is bold out of Cure. He actually went reactor first, which is super greedy. But if you can get away with it, you can have some pretty nasty timings. ByuN loves money. He does. He does. Greed is good. Actually, Special, if you're still here, did you see Harstom's video where Korean Terrans responded to proxy hatch builds with command center first? Like it was a proxy hatch from Larimbo, like a 14 hatch, like no Overlord, and the response was CC first on the low ground. Oh, big surprise. Ooh, big surprise ambush. That is actually so brutal for Cure. He was not expecting ByuN to have the double Reaper play. And to be honest, neither was I, really. Oh my god. Uh-oh. We're YOLOing the Hellion, though. Ugh, this is going to now get a little bit awkward. This is going to get very awkward. We've got a cloaked Banshee. This is going to turn into a very weird little base trade situation. Reapers get up to the high ground. This was not a wall. Oh, no, ByuN. No. Oh, God, and we're lining SCVs up against a Hellion. Only one SCV able to hit. Hellion, 5 kills. Marine pops out, will clean that up. But on the other side, the Reapers, I believe, have been killed. Yes, they have. Oh, man, Cure with 4 kills on this Reaper as well. 8 SCVs go down, and this just all fell apart. The classic scenario of the corners of a town hall. Hatchery, Nexus, Command Center. Leaving a gap. Ay. Well, it wasn't so much the punish for not scouting. It was more so the punish for, 1, the bad wall, and 2, over-committing on the other side of the map with the Hellion. Like, the Hellion just flew right in. Now, Banshee Cloak is going to complete. God, he even gets 2 more SCVs right here. This is very cute from Cure. He kept his lock on. Oh, he even gets the one SCV that escaped into the refinery. He kept his lock on off cooldown for a little while there. On purpose. ByuN does get the sneaky kill on the Cyclone, but it's a 10 worker lead very early on. This is... I mean, this is straight up disastrous right now for ByuN. He's going to go for a bit of a Hail Mary second starport. It's probably his best case. No! Oh, no. He accidentally just cloaked. Ah. I mean, there's going to be Ravens out for Cure anyways, but... Ay. ShoWTimE 2-0 max packs. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yes, it was. Don't ruin it for me. It was only because of lack of scouting. Nothing else. He didn't make any other mistakes. He didn't run his Hellion into the natural. He didn't go for a base trade. He didn't leave a gap in his wall. It was just a lack of scouting, okay? I don't want to talk about it. You're not my real dad. Does ByuN have any hope at all with this? Oh, God. Cure answers the question very quickly. Now, what is Cure's response going to be? Because it's too late to build a second starport. He's going to just drop double engineering bay. That feels a little crazy. He's got to know how far ahead he is. I feel like the only thing you actually really want to do is, yeah, accelerate your additional barracks production. And he does build his 4th and 5th barracks pretty quick. The Banshees will act as liberators. Scan comes in. That's going to be... that might be both Banshees dead. Yeah, it will. Oh, and he didn't even kill the Cyclones. Viking's going to land here. Oh, he does get one of the Cyclone kills. Gets the tank at the front line. I think Cure can pull the boys and just clean this. Does he even need to, though? Oh, does lose that one Cyclone. Second tank is going to get taken down. Okay, there's the interference matrices coming in. Auto turret's going to get dropped. He didn't even need to use all the auto turrets. Very clean victory there for Cure. Well done. Well done, well done. And it is going to be Cure versus Clem now. In a best of trois. Who is the best PvP player now? I think, once again, yeah, there's arguments to be made for quite a few people. ShoWTimE did take a game off herO. I think I probably would say it's herO now. Personally, I think it is. But I think that there's arguments to be made for quite a few players. Well done by Cure. But yeah, that one's a little unfortunate. ByuN, everything kind of fell apart there in the mid game. Looks like the NA server is now accessible once again to all, which is nice. Don't know why it wasn't for a significant period of time. ByuN Celsius is kind of a banger. Thank you very much, Crueljar, for the Prime resub at 25 months. Hey, man. Howdy, howdy. Thank you, Yammers, as well, for the Tier 1 resub at 18 months. Gonna run a quick 2.5 minutes of ads, and we will get into Clem versus Cure. Clem going to be playing Protoss, of course. PvT best of 3, round of 4. I don't know, it kind of feels like herO can beat anyone and he can lose to anyone. Unlike all those players who can't lose to anyone. I mean, there were periods of time where, yeah, legitimately, MaxPax wasn't losing to, like, anyone in PvP except occasionally ShoWTimE. Actually, I shouldn't even say occasionally ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE was pretty decent against him. But there was a period of time where MaxPax just didn't lose PvP or PvP at all. Like, he had, like, a 90% win rate in the matchup against top Korean Protosses. That shit was crazy. I wouldn't even say higher peaks and lower valleys. I think it's more so his style is very volatile. But I would say in a good way. It's volatile in a way that it makes him extremely unpredictable. And unpredictability is very good. To me, there's a very big difference between volatility by design and volatility by sorry, like underperforming versus overperforming relative to what people expect to see from you. That's just my opinion, of course. But like someone like Mana, for example, I feel like is a player that has very high peaks and very low values, very low valleys, not values, valleys. That's like the classic answer too. That's the easy one. Guess Rogue was like that too. I would even say for Rogue, it's like a little bit different because a lot of the times it was like somewhat preparation based. Where are you at drinking Tim Hortons coffee? I am in Ontario, Canada. When did Maru lose to Gerald? Montreal? Oh, nice. All right, here we go. Spawning down in the bottom right, it is Team Liquid's Clem. Melem. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for Team Liquid. It is Cure. In the blue. Now we will see who the most liquid is. Thank you. Thank you, Big K Bob. Appreciate it. I do what I can. It's going to be a gas first NG Bay block. All right, all right, all right. Is it? Oh, are we proxying a second barracks? No, we're trying to bypass the probe. Yeah, and we will successfully do so. Nice. I think that skirted the vision here. Very well done. Cure is not a player that is super well known for engineering bay blocking. But Clem is going to check the natural very quickly. Oh, he's just going to take the Nexus over here. I don't think he wanted to go gate Nexus necessarily. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm really not 100% sure. Maybe he always was going to. He might have been wanting to with the natural, but just had to bank a little bit of money because he couldn't put it there, so he had to send the SCV, or pardon me, probe over to the third base. So much StarCraft, it's impossible to keep track. Yeah, it's true. I think making games weird versus Clem's Protoss is a smart strategy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Clem is so good though, and he's so good at making decisions in the moment that it's always going to be difficult to catch him off guard, even in this matchup. Like, obviously, he has a distinct advantage of playing this matchup, or having played this matchup from both sides. Not just having, I mean, he does. He just plays this matchup from both sides. It is going to be a Reactor Hellion opener, and this is pretty interesting. The Hellions kind of scatter to the 4 wins, which is impossible because there are only 2 of them, so they scatter to 2 of the 4 wins. North and west? Yeah, sure. Here's also just more strategy than micro player. That is definitely a part of it, yeah. Hellion's going to try and drive by into the main. Clem does not have a shield battery, nor did he have a sentry. Decent little probe pull. Kind of nice little splitty. Oh, very nice probe micro so far, but a great lineup shot. But Cure still not able to get the juiciest connections because Clem's micro has been very good here. 2 more Hellions, though, show up at the third. Shield battery helping a lot. Clem really microing the probes nicely. Oh, as I say that, he lines them up. Oh, God, these probes are so low on HP. This one probe line, not going to be enough still. 7 kills right there. Very good. He ended up using energy recharge, and it actually completely drained the battery. Even after that. But, damn. Messy. Cure gets a lot of value with that. Cyclone lock-on will be broken. Good micro here from Clem. Oh, can he get the kill on the Cyclone? Oh, 1 HP. Oh, that one Stalker just wiggling its booty out of this. Oh, big tank shot. No kills, but like, well, almost kills 2 Stalkers. Another one gets knocked down to the orange. That was a high-value tank shot. Without that, I think Clem is very happy with how that goes. As it is, I still think it's pretty good because he kills 5 Marines and a Cyclone. Obviously, these Stalkers are going to be difficult to keep alive moving forward. This is a very good scout for Clem. It's going to let him know, wow, my opponent is very likely going for it. This is a really late blink, by the way. Really, really late. So I don't think he's going to have time to get charge up. Clem is going into 4 additional gateways, though. And he can use just heavy blink Stalker play to contest this army. I mean, there's going to be no medevac, so every bit of damage that he does will be permanent, in a sense. Charge will start up, but make no mistake, he's got to get value with these Stalkers. It is going to be a starport being added in. Clem will see that. I don't think Cure wanted necessarily to do this. He did build the energy base, so this might have always been the plan. Sentries do get sent back home. God, this is a big army. I didn't check what server this is on. I'm going to take a... Okay, west. Oh, so this is slight ping advantage for Cure. Nice little pot shot on those tanks. Good usage of the high ground. Clem spots the tank siege up. Gets a pick off on a Marine or 2. Oh my God, he killed 5 Marines there. That's really, really high value. Hallucination going to try and keep tabs on the army. He does not want to walk into a big ambush. Oh, that Hallucination is worth the lives of like 4 Stalkers potentially. Yeah. God, that was a big tank shot. Now it's just 2 of the tanks shooting. Ugh. Not a big fan of that little move from Clem. Still? God, look at how many zealots he's set up now. 4 more gates coming through. I wouldn't mind, with how many tanks have been built, if Clem, yeah, just switches gears to aggression after this. Cure is going to have the first 2 medevacs joining the field. Oh. Nice boost back up to the high ground, but this is Cure kind of trying to prevent a disaster. AOAS, I'm going to ban you if you don't stop being shacked in a pool. We do have Guardian Shield getting popped. Zealots going to surge forward here. Widowmines will pop out and burrow. Oh, wow. Somehow none of them fire there. Oh, that's some sick force fields right there. Nice hot pickup from Cure. Will save the bio units, though. Wasn't enough Stalkers to easily pick that off. Good kiting here from Cure, and he evens up the supplies and even takes a small little advantage here. God, that is a lot of High Templar there. Holy crap, 7 high temps. We got ghosts coming in. What did Cure see? I think he just went for the ghosts straight up. I mean, ghosts are obviously very good. Oh, that would have mine. Oh, nice blink away. Storm now done. This is going to be a brutal timing to try and survive. Ghosts just started. Oh, decent little would have mine on the right side, but there's like 6 more storms available. Good spread so far from Cure. It is a wide open area, which means that the storms are not as necessarily as effective as they could be. Wouldn't mind a storm on the mineral line. Oh, that's a juicy storm right there. God, he's just storming everywhere. 13 SCVs go down. The army is very reliant on psionic storms, so Archons will complete their transformation. There's no medevac energy here, but with the EMPs, he's able to delete those Archons very quickly, and Cure survives an extremely scary timing. Really, really well done. Yeah, thank you for banning that guy. That was weird as hell. I don't know what they're I don't know what they were doing. Like, we promote having a good time here, having a bit of a giggle. But just don't be weird. No, actually, that's not even true. You can be as weird as you want. Oh, that will be a kill on the 4th CC. Unfortunate for Cure. Just as he's really starting to gain some momentum in this match. Clem is well into his +2 weapons. Is about to complete, in fact. And even +2 armor pretty far along. Armory just now started for Cure. He did a fantastic job of surviving and giving himself a very good chance in this game. And it's not over by any means, but it is going to get harder for him once again once those upgrades kick in for Clem. Now we got a Prism coming into the main base, and there is nothing to deal with it. We don't even have production finishing up, so he's just going to have to bring units back in. Killing the SCV building the armory would be a really nice little move, but I think Clem is focused on the front line. There was a nice little EMP, I believe, on some of the High Templar. There was also a feedback, though. Supply depot will burn down in the meanwhile. Zealots into the natural. Clem dropping a storm at the front. Oh, unfortunately, his High Templar dying to the storm itself, but it's not necessarily going to matter that much. A lot of medevacs going to get picked off. Very good kills for Clem here. Oh, that Immortal just getting out of range of the Marauders. No concussives. Medevac's completely out of juice, and now Cure is completely out of Medevac's. Really, really well done from Clem here. Oh. Cure is doing an excellent job of staying alive in this game. Like, I'm very, very impressed. Little splitty on the Templars. No, but it's a bait. It's a bait on the EMPs. It does still hit a couple of the bio units, or a couple of the Protoss units. That GG coming right before a Gigastorm landed. Kira's like, I'm not giving you the satisfaction. Kind of you to take responsibility there, Banesupper, but yeah. Weird people in Twitch chat? Well, I never. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a weird person in Twitch chat. I'm a weird person in Twitch chat. I'm a super weird person in Twitch chat. Which is like, there's like a right way to be weird and a wrong way to be weird, you know? And I'm constantly the wrong kind of weird, just to be clear. Do we have all the... Okay, yeah, I think we got all the observers. Nice. There you go, Ajizel. Exactly. Exactly. You want to be right weird? Nice. See, that's like clever. That's clever. It's got to be the right kind of attention-seeking behavior. Christiana beat Maxbax? Oh, damn. Well done to Christiana. Wawa-wee-wah. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up in the top left for Team Liquid, it is Clem. Melem. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right. It is Team Liquid's Cure. In the blue. And he is sending out 2 early SCVs. He wants none of this. Thank you, Fleisch, for the follow. Why did I unfollow it? That's what I'm wondering. I was wondering the same thing. Sometimes Twitch just does unfollow on its own. Sometimes it'd be like that. Clem usually probe scouts, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like watching the games. I've got a bit of a twisted mind myself. Kind of like watching the games where it's a scout and the Protoss player knows it's a Proxy 2-Rax Marauder, which is what it's going to be because we don't see a second gas. And now you get into this weird scenario of it's a 1-base Protoss versus a 1-base Terran. But obviously the production has been put on the other side of the map. Things are weird. Clem does go for the Nexus. He scouted around this 3rd base location, and that delayed his scout on the other side of the map. He's going to know exactly what this is, though. Now, does he cancel the Nexus? No. Not yet, but he drops a pylon on the high ground. And that means he can cancel this Nexus. Now, Cure? Does he... Oh, okay, this does get scouted. He's going to see no light up on the tech lab just yet. Concussive, though, should be right now. Right meow? Right meow? Wanted to add an additional SCV, it would seem. Okay, we're sending SCVs back home. Oh, it's a cancel on the Nexus. Cure already saw that. Never mind. Never mind. I was like, wow, no concussive is kind of wild. Makes a ton of sense in this scenario, in fact. So we're going to go for 4 Marauders. A lot of Terran players from this scenario have been going just like maybe 2 Marauders or 1 Marauder even. Oh, there's nothing here. The Marauders were hoping for a pylon, a gateway, and a cyber core. This is a neat idea from Kira. He had a big backup plan. Unfortunately, though, his main plan got scouted, and his backup plan, which relied on something being here, wasn't there. Wasn't possible. Factory hidden. Oh, this is very clever from Kira. Very, very clever. Thank you very much, Toad Bear, for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. I really love that he hides this in the corner. That is super, super cute. Clem's got to be wondering, where is the factory? Oh. He did, of course, go for a robo, a second gateway, even chronoing his work gate now. I like the way that this works out for Cure quite a bit. Oh, Starport wants to be hidden. Okay, Kira's not gonna... Oh, okay. Okay, he spots it. Barracks are getting home. Marauders are trudging their very large booties back across the map. It takes them a long time. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go. We're the thickest boys in the whole wide world. Hi-ho, hi-ho. God. Siege tank gonna pop out. You ever get secondhand embarrassment, but like it's for yourself? Like an out-of-body experience, but you're like, I did that. I can't deny this. Now, this is really uncomfortable, actually, because this factory is going to be a little bit exposed. I do still like the move from Cure. Siege tank on the high ground will get a big hit. Force fields can be very scary for these Marauders. There is going to be a medevac out momentarily. Siege tank sneaking forward. Oh, that's a kill on a sentry. And a high-energy sentry at that. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, medevac, medevac! Ah! Okay, he gets the Marauder, but the medevac survives. That was stress. Big stress. Behind this is going to be fast charge out of Clem. And he's double expanding. Oh. Very, very quick third base. I'm going to sound uncivilized, but what is brioche exactly? I believe it's the kind of buns that have that, like, glaze on them. I don't like that I use the word glaze there. It's like a butter... It's like painted on, like with a paintbrush. Oh, nice spot on that very annoying observer. That was a really well-placed observer. Did someone time him out or not, or just... Okay, I have to take a look at the mod logs. It's a French bread with a lot of butter in the dough. Oh, is it butter in the dough? All I know is it's very yummy. That's about all I can say. I like the choice to go charge. It just keeps you a lot safer. Was just a timeout? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we don't really like, you know, make jokes about match fixing. It's not really funny. It's all good. It's all good. We just ask, you know, chill. Chill, 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 chill. Oh, that's painful for Clem right there. Losing 3 stalkers. They didn't have blink, so they were going to have a tough time getting out of there anyways. This will be a strong little push. There's stim, combat shields, no +1 weapons. It's a ways away from completing, and concussive shells just started. Colossus will pop out. There's a lot of Marines here. Oh, he actually ferries the Colossus forward with the Prism. Oh, Clem going to try and do some animation canceling on the Colossus here. Zealot's going to charge in. Guardian Shield going to be very, very handy here. There's no shield battery, but he can fast warp into the fight. Oh, the bug on the sentry, the visual bug. It does not actually affect anything in the air. Probe's going to have to be pulled. Viking is slowly whittling this down, and it will be a kill on that Colossus and Prism. I think Cure is going to be able to take this one down here. Second Colossus will pop out, but so many probes have already fallen. More reinforcements coming across the map. More and more probes are going to go down. Clem. Oh, he does complete Extended Thermal Lance. Can you get that one Widowmine? Ooh, it dies to the Marauder. Sorry, I guess the splash that hit the Marauder. Clem will drive this back. He's down in workers, but he is on 4 Nexus. And you can pump probes very quickly. Cure, though, does have a 3rd Nexus, or a 3rd Command Center, I should say, done himself. Very impressive from Clem that he's able to stabilize there. That looked very scary. But also, I mean, Cure gets a lot done with not that big of an army. Clem very quick into +2 weapons, and with no +1 armor done, the Colossus are they're gonna kind of pop off against this bio. Cure really won't want to fight until at least that +1 armor is done, but it looks like he's going second starport anyway, so he's gonna be probably committing relatively heavy to the Vikings. We may see a significant delay on 2/2 upgrades for Cure and just go with a big 1/1 Ghost Viking push. Maybe just 1 round of Ghosts and maybe 9 Vikings, 10 Vikings. We'll see. Something like that. Clem does love constantly skirmishing. Going to be picking away at Cure as much as he can. Scan comes in. Did it spot Observer? I'm not sure if there was one here. No, there wasn't. I think Cure was saying, oh, wow, this is crazy that you're out on the map, given how this game is kind of gone. You must have seen that my army was here and that I was, you were ready to fight. Or that yeah, bit of an advantage. We are going to be seeing Guardian Shield getting popped. Big stim forced out. That's a pretty good skirmish for Clem, I would say. Now we've got +1 armor done for Clement. Cure does fire up his next set of upgrades, but Clem is pretty far ahead in those upgrades. Ooh. Single drop to the right side. Really nice spotter probe here. Oh, it does catch just a glimpse of this. Did Clem see it? Well, Cure did, and he says, I believe that Clem saw it. And that ends up being enough to get Cure to tip his hand the rest of the way. Now Clem on 5 Nexus. Cure is up to the 4th base, though. Clem does see the timing of the landing, but I actually, yeah, I think I prefer this position now quite a bit more for Clement. He's into Disruptors. We will see this army of Clem very far out of position. And this is a bit of a scary moment here. Colossus. They're going to get cleaned up very quickly, but the Vikings are actually not going after the second Colossus and killing it very fast. Clem gets back in position. Doing pretty well there. Oh, Disruptor does get avoided quite nicely, but it still forces a lot of army for Cure to not fight. Clem left with mostly Blink Stalkers, but with 3-1 upgrades on them against 1-1. I mean, these Stalkers hit hard. They hit like a damn truck. Oh, Disruptor shot. Oh. Last second split, but still a couple units going down there. Zealous getting on top of everything, and Clem gets it done. Very well done by Clement. Liquid C wins. C gets it. Clem playing Protoss is quite literally not the definition of match fixing. It is something he's very good at. Not everyone needs to know everything about StarCraft 2, but Clem's been playing Protoss against Terran for, like, at this point, like, a year and a half, maybe? I'd be curious to see what the first official match was that he played, even just in a weekly. Clem. Let's go back to here. Yeah, sure. God, he's got so many results on Liquipedia. Or, sorry, Aligulac. He was playing... So I see a PVT versus ByuN. Definitely beginning of 2025. Actually, we got to go back further than that, even. All right, it's going to be herO versus Clem now? Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. And now we switch from TVP or PVT to TVP. Winners finals. Hey, welcome Kurt on YouTube. herO right now is so unpredictable, and that helps a lot for PvP. Yeah, yeah. From PVT to TVP. Yeah. Or TVP to PVT. All right, quick minute and a half of ads. Who would win, Clem's Protoss versus Clem's Terran? That, to me, that's a really fun question because we'll never get the answer. But it's fun to think about. I think it would just be a perpetual motion machine that just makes them eventually become unbeatable on both sides of the matchup. Like, if you could somehow train a generative AI, I don't even know if that's correct, but if you could somehow train them against each other to continuously play, eventually it would produce, like, a genuinely unstoppable player on both sides, I feel. And then they'd play herO, and herO would still win. Because he's just so unpredictable. And you can't train an AI to play like herO, I don't think. Bum bottom. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do all units have the same sight when burrowed? Roach. I'm just realizing I've never actually checked it. Oh, burrowed zerglings only have 4 sight. Burrowed roaches and hydras have 5. Oh. What about baneling? Burrowed banes have 8 vision? Yo, that's crazy. That's so much more than the other ones. Burrowed Ravager. Ravager has 5. Okay, Ultralisk. Five. Okay. What else? I guess Lurker. Lurker, I think, has like full vision, right? Yeah, it's got 11 vision while burrowed. What other ground units are there? I guess drone? I'm going to guess it's probably 4 as well. Yeah. So it seems like regular melee units. Melee units? Yeah, melee units. Oh, Infester. Ah, yes. Also 8 sight. Infestors are incredibly valuable for vision. Incredibly. All right, here we go. Spawning down on the bottom right for Team Liquid, it is Clem. Melem. In the red Darren pieces. And his opponent spawning up the top left, it is herO. In the bleu. Sacre bleu. How can lurkers have any vision when their eyes are underground? Immersion ruined? True. True. But I need to know about burrowed vipers. Oh, good point. Good point. Hold 5. You know what, Jozel? I was actually thinking that. I was like, how sick would it be to use burrowed lurkers just for vision? Oh, swarm hosts. Yeah. Okay, we got to look that up. Did we already close? Yeah, we did. That's fine. Swarm host. Oh, burrowed sight 10. Damn. That's pretty sick. Zerg players nerding out about bugs and shit. Shit. Burrowed changeling. That's funny. Real zealot, fake zealot? Real zealot. Okay. Okay. Indy has left the game. Dun, dun, dun. herO gonna skip scout here. And will this SCV see the zealot? I think it should. Yeah, at the angle it takes. Yeah. That's a very good bit of information. Extremely good information. Clem gonna move really far forward with the Marine. Is he gonna try and contest this right away? Oh, zealot takes a little detour here. This is so bold with this Marine, I feel. But he obviously wants to just get a bit of a jump on this. It's going to be Oh, wow. Yeah. Zealot, Adept. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Clem getting jumped here. Oh, God. This is really, really bad for Clem right now. SCV is going to have to be pulled. He already loses 2 of the Marines. Gets a nice snipe from herO on the 3rd. Oh, is this... committing in here feels crazy. But it's actually going to go pretty well. He gets all the Marines, avoids the surround. This kind of feels game-ending. Nice pull away on that one SCV. Oh, and the Adept escapes. Marine does get the kill on the Adept. herO won't be able to get into the main base now. Okay, now it goes from feeling game-ending to just feeling bad. But it feels really bad right now for Clement. herO, after going so deep with the Zealot and Adept, is actually just going to back away. Didn't go after either SCV that popped out of this command center. So Clem kind of gets away with one there. He will be forced to lift off, but herO is going for the follow-up. He is going for the 4-gate Blinkaroo. Cyclone going to be the quick follow-through on this. herO did not see the tech lab start. Starport was delayed significantly. Clem actually floating a lot of gas right now. Cyclone will get a good lock on these Stalkers. And that's a nice pick or pullback on this Marine. herO might lose both Stalkers here. Actually, yeah, he is. Lock-on's going to come back off cooldown. After being so ultra aggro with the first 2 units, he plays very passively with the 2 follow-up Stalkers. And then ends up losing them anyways. Pretty big miscues from herO after an outstanding start. Still, this is going to be really tough for Clem to deal with. Siege tank will pop out at the natural. Blink has completed, and these Stalkers will get away without losing any HP. Just shields. Clem, if he loses any of his tanks, I think the game just ends. Well, that's a really nice placement on the second tank, though. First tank will go down. Second one is also going to get sniped. Clem will get a nice SCV pull here. And does pretty well there, honestly. That was probably the best case scenario for losing 2 of those tanks. Oh, Observer dies just before the Raven goes down. But herO has so much opportunity to find follow-through damage on this. Another tank just started a little while ago, and these Marines are just going to get bullied. SCVs have had to not mine for so much of this. Oh, nice hot pickup there with the Prism. Getting that secondary blink. herO floating a lot of cash, actually, right now. So he's ready to add additional gates. There we go. Another tank does complete. Oh, and the Stalker frontline was not great. This Cyclone has really stayed alive well. Honestly, I'm so impressed that Clem is able to hold on this whole time. And now he comes out in a pretty decent spot, I gotta say. If it wasn't for that second tank being set up in such a good spot for a push at the front, like, Clem kind of had to guess and hope that herO didn't just blink into the main. Because if herO had, he would have been able to avoid both tanks pretty much. Here needs more workers. Yeah, well, he's going to be able to pump them out very quickly. 3 Nexus Chrono Boost workers. Yeah, that's good times. Scan comes in, does kill the Observer. herO, though, has a very small timing where Stim is not yet done for Clement, and Charge is done. If he goes right this instant, he will get in just before that, and Guardian Shield is going to be available. He pops it right away. There is the timing I was looking for, that herO was looking for. Stim is going to complete just now. SCVs will pull. They do not want to be fighting the Zealots, but they have no choice. while Clem held on for a much longer time than I expected. Oh, Sieged Observer. It does reveal itself, so it will die. Yeah, while Clem held on for a much longer period of time than I expected he'd be able to, it is ultimately not going to be enough to actually survive. Oh, wow, we actually see a Blink forward on top of the tank. That's going to be very successful. Somehow this Cyclone is still alive. The only unit, basically, for Clem. GG will get called herO. It all started with just the Zealot and the Adept popping off super, super hard. And Clem, while he survived, he never really fully refound his footing. If it wasn't... like, if that attack hit even 10 seconds later, maybe even 5 or 6 seconds later, we might have actually seen Clem able to deal with that and survive. Kudos to herO, though, for, you know, lighting a fire under his own booty and just getting in there. Finally found a purpose for the Panacoast. Yeah. Yeah. Howdy, StarCraft Elite on YouTube. At this level, a tiny mistake in the initial 3 minutes is a death spiral. It's really tough to recover from. Really, really tough to recover from. Who is elite? Oh, I mean, these two are elite. Spawning up the top right, it is Team Liquid's Clem. Melem. And his opponent spawning down to the bottom left. It is herO. In the blue. Thank you, Dig Bic Minx. The primary sub of 25 months. Yeah, I agree with Maples. I don't really think there's a whole lot you can do as a 2-base Protoss. I think the biggest example probably is a quick 4-gate blink into a 3rd base. Dig? Yeah. Double gas opener from herO. Just mixing these in. Such a neat little way to play. Big fan. Big fan. Ah, engineering bay block coming in. We do see a very... like, looking at this and seeing the timing of the second pylon, it's got to give Clem a little bit of, like, wait, what? Huh? Because that's early. Like, that's a fast second pylon. Oh, SCV? Oh, okay, I was going to say, you got to be careful going up the ramp blind. Want to see some hot Oracle action? We just might. We just might. Hot, hot, hot. He certainly has the gas for it, but it is going to be Sentry. Okay, Sentry and Warp Gate. herO did build the Zealot and let it finish because he, well, wanted to not pull probes, but still be able to take his expansion at the natural. And obviously off of the quick double gas, you're not going to be taking your expansion as quickly as normal. This is interesting. He does not use the hallucination right away. Maybe wanted the option to drop a force field. Oh, it is going to be Stargate behind this. God, you get so much gas with this setup from herO early. Able to afford a Sentry, a Stalker, and a Stargate, as well as Warp Gate without delaying anything. Now, of course, I say without delaying anything, but he's delayed his Nexus a lot. Which is a pretty big thing. That's like a pretty big deal. Is going to be a fast cyclone. Not fast enough to deny the hallucination, because this is a very quick hallucination. But will be able to contest the sentry, or contest the Phoenix. Now, will Clem go single cyclone, or is he going to double up? Looks like it's going to be single cyclone into a Raven or a Banshee, which is going to make this Phoenix play really nice. Oh, it's cloaked Banshee. Now, this could still be a little bit awkward. Oh, Clem. herO, of course, could move forward and lift the Reaper, but I mean, a big part of why this is nice is that Clem doesn't know what the tech setup is. So you really don't want to show that for free. Now, that's a really great interception on this because herO doesn't yet know that this has been a swap into a Banshee. herO trying to sneak up on the Reaper, but the Reaper just runs away. And a nice grenade to make sure it can get away. Oh, it's going to be an Immortal. He doesn't know. Oh, this is actually so unfortunate for herO. Obviously, an Immortal is not at all necessary. And more importantly, will mean he doesn't have the Observer out right away. Okay, now he drops this. The Chrono, I should say. Banshee Cloak will complete in a moment. The Immortal is... It's not a big deal that he built it since he built the Observer. But it's obviously not ideal. God, this Reaper's still alive. What did... Oh, right. I was like, 56 minerals is a lot. So he did cancel... Oh, this is really, really awkward for herO. I don't know if at any point he scouted in while this... Okay, you can look at this and maybe infer that at some point something was made. Oh, but he's going to move out with the Phoenixes. Clem has kept this hidden excellently. And these Banshees, God, they have bided their time. They have been ultra patient. There is a recall available, but if Clem cloaks up prematurely, which he does, this could be very, very nice for Clement. Looks like herO, though, did spot something. Maybe it was just the move out. Yes, it was the move out. But that is actually going to enable him to recall the Phoenixes. Unfortunately, there's no Observer. It is making its way back over. If Clem had spotted this and scanned... Oh, God, no, the F2. We are going to see the Observer kind of being dragged hither and thither. Immortal does take down both tanks. The Colossus barely goes down. 12 probes did die. Did he get one of the Banshees? Yes, he did. herO comes out of this 10 workers down. Clem is very far ahead in mining at the moment, but herO will have the opportunity to catch up with Triple Nexus Chrono. But for now, Clem is going to be very happy with the situation. Oh, man, the sneaky Banshee is such a great move. Oh, Widowmine! Massive trap. Gets a kill on one Phoenix. A lot of damage on a second one, and even a decent bit of damage on a third. Really, really nice little move out of Clem. And that will help him hold his, and even I would say extend his lead. One, obviously killing Phoenixes is amazing, but just keeping your opponent from getting counter kills on the SCVs. I do love the immediate move out behind this. Oh. Looks like he wants to back away. It is a big map. It is a big map, and trying to follow through on your opponent can feel a little scary on a map this large. But since he killed the Colossus, I think Clem can go for a push like this. herO skipping, skipping Forges entirely. Gonna try and go into Storm. That is gonna be tough Tough to make this happen. Oh, feedback's being used. That's kind of cute. One Widow Mine does get taken down before it can burrow. And with extended thermal lance, this actually ends up going pretty well for herO, I would say. Lift does get the kill on that one mine before it can burrow. I think he killed one of the Phoenixes, though. But he gets all the mines. Still, they did get a good number of Zealots. But I think herO is going to be okay with this. The thing is, Clem, if he recognizes... And that's going to be tough to recognize. But if he recognizes that herO is on a Forgeless setup... Oh, the interception on the medevacs in the middle. Oh, man, Clem lifted up with a massive drop. herO, unfortunately for him, did not target the one medevac that was low on HP. Clem does manage to get a kill on one of the Phoenixes, but this army is kind of trapped now. herO's actually just going to go for it, I think. And he is right to do so. That was 40 army supply that was tied up, 10 of it which died. Oh, but look at the Vikings. So many Vikings being produced right now, and there's not a whole lot of anti-air. herO going to try and drive in here immediately before the army can join up from the back. But once it does, that's going to be very, very scary. SCV is going to pull. Colossus are in trouble. Warp Prism gets taken down immediately. Storm really misses the mark on the back line. This one does pretty well. herO, I mean, this is just an ultra chaotic fight. 24 SCVs go down. Oh, nice hot pickup on that one Viking. Archon, does end up getting the kill on it, ultimately. Really messy situation. herO killed so many workers. Feels like Clem was a little bit disjointed with these, what would turn into a flanking army. The storms were pretty far off the mark. If they had landed, like, correctly, herO might have just won the game there. Good job from Clem. Oh, my God, this one-stimmed Marine just running... running for its life. And will actually get away. herO does not want to let this game go long. He is not adding forges. He is continuing to commit. Ooh, scan. Okay, no, just a spotter zealot. I was going to say I think it killed an observer, but that is not the case. 3 Vikings at a time. He does have potential for 4 if he's got the cash for it. But Vikings are not going to be super useful here because only 1 Colossus was rebuilt and herO's not adding more. He is getting a 4th base. EMPs can be big here. Oh, it's going to come down to the storms potentially. 1 feedback does go through, but he EMPs the 2 High Templar. How many more High Templar are available? There's 1 right there. It gets a decent storm. It's got another storm available, and it's a pretty good one as well. But there's a ton of medevac energy. And just landing storms on their own is not enough. He needs a lot more than that. Oh, Vikings looking for the prism. herO will save it, though. He doesn't have blink. So it's not easy to go hunting. That's a really great storm. He actually stacks it up on top of itself. So it's not going to achieve too much. I mean, the first one was great. The second one was just a carbon copy. This army is getting very heavily stimmed, but this is going to be a comfortable fight now for Clem to take. Clem can continue chasing, but he maybe... Oh, somebody turned off the lights. Can they turn them back on? Thank you. herO just refusing to take upgrades. He is adding more probes now. But Clem, once 2-2 completes, if herO hasn't found a perfect fight, by which I mean a game-winning fight. Oh my God, pardon me. The game becomes kind of impossible. Ooh, this is a really nice little single medevac drop on the other side of the map. herO will turn around with a few of these zealots, but even just forcing herO to chill with the attack is going to be nice. Nice EMP right there, preventing the additional storm. There are 2 more storms available. They do stack up a little bit, but they're pretty good. This time they're not fully stacked. There's another High Templar here. Clem is heavily overstimmed. Oh, no. Storming his own Archon. Will end up getting taken down there. Oh, man. Not even Blink being added on here. Clem getting very close to 2-2. He does not need to push right this minute. In fact, I think I'd like to see him chill just a little bit. I don't think he's recognized that herO has just not built forges. Oh, that's a monster EMP. Archons gain shields. Milk and honey. Unfortunately, I don't have milk and honey on me. Hit the mute button this time for a little throat clear. 2-2 will complete in a moment. And this is going to go from a fair fight to a very unfair fight. These bio units just are not going to die anymore, especially against Stalkers. Even with the medevacs pretty heavily overstimmed. Oh, that is a nice storm. But, I mean, it's 2-2 versus 0-0 now. 4 upgrade advantage. herO with a nice army spread. Nice little concave setup. But Clem, yeah, he's going to be able to just easily win this fight. Nothing to be done. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Monday night weeklies into a U-thermal video. You mean the no upgrades or the... Because that was very normal upgrade timing. Upgrade good unit. It really is. It really is a powerful, powerful setup. Stop coughing. Oh, thanks, Le Smartest on YouTube. Very helpful. Your throat seems to be having problems. Stop. Oh, okay. I will just stop having whatever the issue is. I see you have a shoulder injury. Have you tried not? Have you tried just not being injured? Well, yeah. Why are you homeless? Just buy a house, forehead. You're unemployed? Just have a job. Why are you doing my voice as the bad guy? Oh, no. All right, here we go. Spawning down on the bottom right. It is herO for T1. On 10,000 feet. His opponent spawning up at the top left. It is Team Liquid's Clem. Madam. Where jobs grow on jobbies.